Hi, this is Suzanne. I'm the owner and publisher of Memorial Lifestyle Magazine and River Oaks Lifestyle Magazine. And I wanted to talk to you today about how to create an effective ad campaign. There are certain tips that will help you figure out the best way to put your message out there to the world, to your ideal audience, and run an effective campaign. By following these tips, you'll be able to effectively create a campaign that will foster engagement with the readership and over time grow your business and your client base. The first thing that I always recommend to a business owner who's looking to create an ad campaign is to understand that our focus in the magazines is on lifestyle. So your campaign needs to be geared towards lifestyle, not focused specifically on the product and service. The question that you're answering is, how do we make life better for someone? And the ad should convey a lifestyle message. So an example of that would be when you're choosing the imagery that will go with your ad, instead of choosing to actually show a machine. If you're a med spa and you do a certain type of oxygen facial and you show the machine, instead you show a woman with vibrant skin and glowing from the inside out, right? So what we want to show in the ad is, how is life better? Another great example is a mosquito repelling company. Instead of showing the box that is the misting machine for the mosquitoes, you want to show a family outside at a picnic table enjoying dinner outside in a bug-free environment. So that's the way that we make sure, when we're building and helping you to build your ad campaign, that the focus first and foremost is on lifestyle and how life is better by working with you as a business owner. Another tip that I find very useful is focus on what actual problem do you solve. So when you look at an ad, you should be able to quickly tell, what problem for me are they going to solve? If that is unclear, then the ad could have been designed better. And so our graphic design team, if we are charged with designing your ad, we are focused on what is the actual problem, and we should be able to immediately tell that from the messaging in your ad. It may not be from the imagery. We really want the imagery to be more focused on the lifestyle and people having fun and living a vibrant life and being carefree. But you want to make sure we're clear on what problem we're solving for them. Another good tip for creating an effective ad campaign is focusing on what you do best above the rest. And by doing this, we're actually reminding people that even though there is competition in the market, you are number one in this space. If you have been recognized in the community, if you have won any awards around your products and services, that's also a good thing that you can highlight in your ad to show that you are the absolute best in class in the community in that space. There's a power in using testimony. So if you have a great review from a client, these kinds of things are ways that the consumer and the reader knows that you're good and that you pay attention to details. Another recommendation for creating a very effective ad campaign is to be very clear and concise. So we really want to pull the reader into that ad in a powerful way, and less is more. So having a very clear and concise ad is the way in which you can do this. Another tip I would give you is have a compelling headline. We can really pull people in when we're clever or funny with an ad title. There's two other recommendations I'd like to share, and one of those is using a QR code in your ad, and to make sure it either goes to their website or the Instagram. The answer to that is, where do you want them to go? The job of the ad is to drive them to the next step. Very rarely, if ever, today does a consumer pick up the phone and make a phone call based on an ad. It is normally a process of ad to website or ad to social media. The reason for that is because consumers more than ever before research, and they're going to go check you out on the website to see more credibility from you and to get more information before they actually reach out and make a phone call, or they're going to go to Instagram. For creative services such as event planning or interior design, typically Instagram is where you would want your QR code to connect, maybe versus your website. The last tip I have for you is include a very concise call to action. This is not always important when you talk about luxury print advertising. For example, if you are an architect, you may not want a call to action specifically. Your ad is the call to action without naming what that is. They should understand that if they are in the market for an architect, their next step would be to reach out. However, if you are a hamburger restaurant and you have a special offer, you have a buy one, get one free or something of that nature, you would want to have a call to action. You also can have a discount. Keep in mind though, with a luxury consumer, it is not as powerful to have a discount or a free upgrade or things like that in an ad as it might be with a different consumer. So it's important to kind of keep in mind always who that ultimate client is and how they make buying decisions. And so discounts and special offers and buy one, get one are less important to this particular demographic than others. I hope that this video has given you some useful tips on how to create an effective ad campaign. If we can help you, we would love to. Reach out today.